If Mom Kize invites you to her house and she makes you peanut butter and jelly and goes to the fridge to go get Oros for you, when she opens the fridge, you see Russian cheese and bologna. She brings the Oros to you, and when she gets there, you start saying, I was feeling like Russian cheese and bologna. She will stand up nicely and go and get the Russian cheese and bologna. But while the fridge is open, while she's taking the Russian cheese and bologna, you see cold drink. When she brings the Russian cheese and bologna to you, you say, Ish, if only this Oros that I'm drinking had a bit of acid so that I can burp after drinking. She will go to the fridge to go and get the Coca-Cola for you. When she opens the fridge again, you see meat in there. I am telling you, should you say, today is a nice day for a chillers, we can go outside and braai. I am telling you, when she closes that fridge, she's going to close it with a bang. And should you ask for anything else that you saw in the fridge, she's going to kick you out of her house. Because next thing, you will be fitting her clothes. Because you see that she has 1,000 pairs of shoes, you will be fitting her shoes. And then you are saying, this looks nice on me, hoping that she's going to give you one pair. Not because she does not afford to give you 1,000 pairs. She has 1,000 pairs of shoes, but she will not give you just because she has seen that you are greedy. And you can never satisfy an open grave. The ground will never get tired of swallowing the dead. We know that Mam Kize is a multi-millionaire. But I'm telling you, she will not invite you again to her house because you asked for bologna, cheese, and meat, and you asked for cold drink. Just for those small things. She can buy those things 1,000,000 times more, but she will never, ever invite you to her house again. She will even kick you out because of that attitude, because she sees that you are a taker. And I am saying this because every time I pray for people, I start to see that attitude. A person comes and says, I am in pain, I am struggling to walk, I am struggling to turn my neck, I am struggling to move. As soon as I pray for that person and that person gets healed instantly, when that person sees that, oh, this thing can work, then that person doesn't get satisfied. The person doesn't become happy. That the person is not fulfilled after the prayer. You know what the person says after that? I want you to pray for my marriage. I want you to pray for my child at school. I want you to pray for financial breakthrough. I want you to pray. You want more and more and more and more. And a person who wants more and more and more will never be satisfied. You can never satisfy the grave. The ground will never get tired of swallowing up the dead. It will never be satisfied of dead people. In life, it is important to be grateful and be thankful and appreciate what you have just received. Don't want more and more and more and more and more. I have never seen this attitude, even in the Bible. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the 4 Gospels. Go and check, is there any one person who went to Jesus Christ with 5 prayer items? People were going with one thing that is troubling them the most. I'm going to read so that you can see for yourself. Matthew 15, verse 22. A Canaanite woman from that vicinity came to him crying out, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is demon-possessed and she is suffering terribly. One prayer item, the thing that has been bothering them for a long time. And after Jesus healed this woman, he healed her daughter. She doesn't go on to ask for more and more and more and more. Matthew 17, verse 14. A man approached Jesus and knelt before him. Lord, have mercy on my son. He has seizures and is suffering greatly. He often falls into the fire and into the water. Just one thing that a person wants. But people today want more and more. They have a wish list. It's not one prayer item. They have a wish list. You know, sometimes you don't have a problem. The problem that you have is greed. Don't want everything. Don't want everything. Matthew 9, verse 27 to 31. As Jesus went on from there, 2 blind men followed him, calling out, Have mercy on us, Son of David. When he had gone indoors, the blind men came to him and he asked them, Do you believe that I am able to do this? Yes, Lord, they replied. Then he touched their eyes and said, According to your faith, let it be done to you. And their sight was restored. Jesus warned them sternly, see that no one knows about this, but they went out and spread the news about him all over that region. Because these guys, after they received their eyesight, they were so happy. They went and talked about this thing, and it made Jesus famous because of the one thing that he has done for them. Because they were grateful and thankful. They didn't come back to Jesus to say, we want more and more and more and more. You know, I was happy because I prayed for this other woman who came to me with a problem of the womb because she was having a growth inside the womb and blood was there. I prayed for that woman and she got healed. You know, after a couple of days, that woman calls me to say, you know what, I have a testimony. And I was like, what testimony? Because I thought you already gave me your testimony. That woman said, you know, I'm a home nurse. I go to people's houses and I nurse them from there. The woman I was working for, we were not seeing eye to eye. But after you prayed for me, I am telling you, we are like best friends. She even teaches me how to cook. We are so close. I don't even know. I am surprised why she is so nice to me because I was there to help her husband. At first, she was the rudest person ever. I couldn't even touch anything in the house without her complaining. But now, after you prayed for me, we are the best friends. So now what I'm telling you is that this person came with a problem of the womb. But she didn't ask for more. After I prayed for her, she was so happy and she was crying on the phone, being so thankful for what Jesus has done for her. But God knows her other problems. Because now she is grateful, God makes her whole. God solves her other problems that she didn't ask for because God knows everything that you want from him before you even tell him. If he is not giving it to you, you are not yet ready to receive that thing. Now I'm going to take you to the book of Exodus, chapter 16, from verse 15 up until verse 20. When the people of Israel saw it, they said to one another, what is this? For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, it is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat. This is what the Lord commanded. Gather it, each one of you, as much as you can eat. You shall each take an omer, according to the number of the persons that each one of you has in his tent. The people of Israel did so. So now God gave a nice instruction to say, take enough, one for each person. And the people of Israel did so. They gathered some more, some less. Some more, some less. But the instruction was just take one omer for each person. But some gathered more, some gathered less. But when they measured it with an omer, whoever gathered much had nothing left over. And whoever gathered little had no lack. The more you want is the less you get. A person who wants everything ends up with nothing. Don't want everything because the more you take is the more you lose. Blessed is the hand that gives than the hand that receives. Each of them gathered as much as he could. And Moses said to them, let no one leave any of it over until the morning. But they did not listen to Moses. Some left part of it till the morning, and it bred worms and stank. And Moses was angry with them. It started stinking because these people are greedy. They are greedy. They don't trust God that God will provide for them tomorrow. The greedier you are, the less likely you are to get from God. When you come to God with one problem, he will help you with 1,000 more problems if you are obedient. And you understand and you are thankful and you listen to what you are being told. You know, I prayed for this other guy. His neck was so painful. When he wanted to turn his neck, it was so painful that he couldn't turn his neck. When I said amen, the guy was like, you know what? I can turn my neck. My neck is free. I don't feel pain anymore. The guy, a full-grown man, started crying on the phone. He started crying. And then I'm like, why are you crying? He's like, it's because I'm asking myself, why don't I have faith? This guy now is crying for the fruits of the Spirit. He's not crying to say, no, I want a job. I want marriage. I want financial breakthrough. He's blaming himself and he's feeling disappointed that you know what? Why am I not close to God? He starts to see that God exists and he wants more of God. So it is important that when you come before God, want God, don't want the things that come with God, because God will notice that you are a greedy person. If you are visiting Mam Kize and she is rich and you are poor, go there and want her friendship. Don't want her things. And if she sees that this is a true friend, she will end up sharing her things. People like to say rich people are selfish. No, not that rich people are selfish. It's just that poor people sometimes are greedy. Don't see a person and want to take, to say this friend of mine has 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm struggling with 5, 6, and 7, and this person doesn't want to help me. Do not count people's assets and feel entitled. Be thankful for the presence of a person that is in your life, regardless of your state. And then that person will end up opening their hearts for you so that you can benefit from their wealth. If they see that you are not there for that wealth, you are there for friendship. Khotso, I believe na.